Okay, today we may experience some power struggles. They may rise to the surface, and not just with others, but within ourselves. So deep down, we grapple. We grapple with fears and doubts that whisper, "Am I strong enough to face this?" And there's a push to break free from old limitations. It stirs this restless energy inside, an urge to reclaim control over the parts of our life that feel like they've fallen out of reach. The anxiety that comes with change can feel overwhelming, okay? It also brings the possibility of rebirth. So join me as we embark on a journey of self discovery, gaining an understanding of how to embrace this energy and move forward today and every day. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here, truly. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day, and welcome to your daily focus for October the 22nd, 2024. So today is the 22 energy. Yesterday we had the 11 energy mixed up, and we had the 33 energy come out. Today we have the 22 energy. 22 energy is one of the most powerful numbers, if not the most powerful number, when it comes to numerology. It is a master number, and it tells us when our focus, when our attention is on our dreams, on the possibilities of our tomorrow, on what we can do, our strength, our courage. That is when things start to come together very quickly in our lives, and things can happen on a dime. Now, if we look at the daily numerology, we have a 1 plus 22 plus an 8. That gives us a 31. So we come to the 4. I don't break down the master numbers in the numerology usually, but it's done it for us, right? A 31. Now, the 31 is, it's kind of a learning period, a period of education for ourselves, working with other people, seeing ourselves through other people's eyes, allowing other people to share their talents and abilities, but also for us to step forward and share our talents and abilities as well. 3 plus 1 is a 4, and that's about having our ducks in a row. It could be about home and family and the betterment of those things in our life and working towards those goals. It could be about our foundation and growing it stronger so that it can hold the great successes that we have planned to build upon that very foundation. The sun is in Libra until about 6 p.m., 6:30, quarter after 6 Eastern Standard Time, when the sun will enter Scorpio. So we don't have a full day of Scorpio sun. We mainly have a full day of Libra sun still. So, but it is the final moments of the sun in Libra, and our moon is in Cancer. Now, around 2 o'clock this morning, Mercury trined Saturn. Okay, it became exact in the sky. And we may have felt this energy yesterday. The energy stays strong today. The energy will still be with us tomorrow. And I discussed at length in yesterday's videos about Mercury. Oh my gosh, Mercury and Saturn. How can I forget already? I just said it. So if you missed it, you need a refresh. Maybe I should watch it too. Go to the description box and watch the astrology portion of the daily horoscope for yesterday. Okay, but to paraphrase it very small, like, so I'm not taking a lot of extra energy or extra time from you when the information is already there. It really is an opportunity to bring plans into reality, to take responsibility for our commitments, and to communicate with clarity and purpose, okay? So if you've been searching for ways to ground your ideas and to make them possible, to make them a possibility, to have actual action steps towards our goals, our dreams, now really is the time to act. So I do invite you to go back and really understand and embrace this energy, because it's powerful, it's dynamic, and it moves you forward very quickly when you use it properly. So today we have the sun squaring Pluto prior to moving into Scorpio. So the sun will be in Libra, meet up or square Pluto. It doesn't really meet up. They kind of argue a little bit in the sky, and then it will move into Scorpio after that. Okay, so it's definitely about our deepest desires, our hidden motives, our inner power dynamics come to the surface. So it's a time for intense self-examination. Okay, it's time for challenging situations to show up, and it's time for powerful transformations in our life. I need a sip here. Where's my water? There it is. Oh, so thirsty. Okay, my apologies. So let's see here. If you've been wrestling with this aspect of control or fear or a power struggle happening in your life, this energy brings them to light. Okay, even if we've tried to hide it from ourselves, okay, this energy comes out. It pushes us to confront and resolve these issues. So it's a call to let go of what no longer serves us and to find empowerment in that process. So embrace this energy as an opportunity for growth. Okay, don't resist it. Okay, don't resist those uncomfortable feelings or circumstances in your life. If they arise, then face them head on. Okay, recognize where you may be holding on to some kind of unhealthy power dynamics, or where fear has actually kept you from moving forward in the way you want. Okay, use this time, yes, to go within introspection, allowing yourself to transform and release what no longer aligns with your true self. We are changing all the time. We are transforming all the time. It only makes sense that some of the things that worked in our life yesterday are not working so well today, and definitely will hinder us going forward. So remember what you resist persists. Okay, that's probably the easiest way to say it. What we resist in life, what we turn away from, what we don't want to address or look at. Okay, that is the story of our life that persists the strongest at all times. It is a time to confront what you may have been avoiding. So be honest with yourself. Okay, you may find that if you're honest with yourself, you can now let go of that toxic relationship or have a better understanding of your own personal fears. It is a time to reclaim your power by understanding the emotions that are connected to situations in your life. So we know unresolved tensions definitely may rise to the surface, and they will be very revealing and very dynamic, and they are pointing at transformation needs to be done here. So it's an invitation to confront the patterns that keep us from experiencing that true intimacy or that true trust. Are there attachments that hold you back? Are there things that are tied to fears or lack or loss? The biggest challenge with this transit is recognizing where you are holding on too tightly and learning how to let go, making room for growth, making room for new opportunities. So yes, it's a call to courage in reshaping your approach to abundance, to prosperity. By facing an inner battle head on, you unlock the power to transform your life from the inside out. So now is the time to dig deep, embrace the struggle, and emerge stronger than before, with a renewed sense of purpose, a renewed sense of clarity. Okay, let's turn to the cards. So you may notice that if you always acted a certain way within the family, let's say they always told you, you should be seen but not heard. And out in real life, I mean, people hear you, okay? People hear you all the time. But the minute you go back to that family setting, you become quiet as a mouse again. You fade into the background. You don't show them who you are. And so that limits a part of yourself. That pulls yourself down. That takes away your empowerment. And so it's working on, allowing yourself to show your inner expression to the world of who you are. And I think we have learning periods during this time to show us how to do that with other people. So situations might arise that is actually giving us that teaching example we need in order to learn from that, experience it, and apply it in different areas of our life. Clear as mud? Good. Okay, here we go. Let's cut the cards. Oh, it's the card that wanted to slide out, but it didn't make it. Underlying energy. Look at this, the Three of Swords for the underlying energy. I think I should let that card slip out. A lot of tarot readers will not even start a reading with this card as the first card out on the board. Now, oh, the deck is mixed up. Oh, there's bad energy here. Let's try this again. We're not going to get a good message. This is the card that they chose for you to see as our underlying energy. Oh, wow, there could be heartache today. There could be struggle. There could be, your emotions could just be all over the place. That hurt that you managed to push down so far that you didn't even feel it, that you didn't even shed a tear at the time, and you still haven't, comes to the surface. So shed those tears. Release that energy that you are holding on to, that darkness within your heart. Okay? That scar cannot heal until you pull out the sword, until you put the ointment on it, until you allow it to heal. And I get this as strong emotion, that we will feel some strong emotions today that maybe we have stifled, we have gagged for quite some time in our life. It could be our own voice, okay? Or it could be not listening to somebody else. Or it could be what they said to us once, or many, many times over. So this is a healing card. This is one, but it being the underlying energy for the day, I could see how something that you thought was, you even forgot about it maybe. It's buried so deep. It comes to the surface today. Don't try and push it back down, okay? That is probably the most unhealthy thing you could do for yourself on a day like today, because this energy supports you in healing from that and moving forward with the strength, with the courage, with a new empowerment within you. Reclaiming that power, that strength, that wisdom, that beautiful person who you are. Our first card is the Eight of Wands is back to tell us that our horizons are expanding, that opportunities are all around us. We need to look for those opportunities. So don't get so lost in yourself. Like, don't spend, there's a time to cry. And then, after a while, we know that, okay, that released a lot of energy. So now I need to deal with it, right? Now I need to put it behind me. I need to leave it in my rearview mirror. The Eight of Wands is telling us that while this is happening and we're trying to leave things in our rearview mirror, that new things and new opportunities, new learning experiences, new adventures, those epiphanies can happen, those revelations can happen on a day like today, telling us how we can move forward. Maybe this is you are finally leaving a toxic relationship. And maybe the path opening up to you is healing through helping others going through the same kind of situation that you did, or a similar one to it, and being there for them when there was nobody there for you. It could be something as simple as that. It could be something that you've pushed down for a long time and you haven't allowed it to come up. But when it comes up, you also branch out to an opportunity where you can use that lesson to actually gain footage in a new path. Okay, we have the Chariot still telling us to pull it back a little bit. We want the fog to lift. And the fog is lifting, but we want the sun to come out. So maybe this is more of, when the sun finally moves into Scorpio, that we will get that truth that we need in order to make the decisions that we need to make. We will dig deep for the truth of the matter, the black and white. We won't allow for the gray anymore. And so this card being here, and Scorpio doesn't move in till later in the evening. The sun moves into Scorpio, and we reign under a Scorpio energy. Happy birthday, by the way, to all you Scorpios out there. Because it's starting birthday month, yay. But it's a sense that we want the clarity, and this card showing up again. Once we get into Scorpio, we will dig for the truth. That things will be black or white. There won't be any in between. There won't be any superficial. We won't allow those things in our life, nor will we put up with it. Now, primal passions. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, because that is also released in us, and that inner self, our inner expression, our creativity, can go on fire here. Okay, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's stick to today. The Hermit. The Hermit is one, in my mind, he goes into the desert, he goes into the cave, and he sits in quiet contemplation. He looks at where he is. He may look at some of his successes and accomplishments in order to get to the here and now and how he wants to go forward. Once the destination is picked, that is when he comes out of the desert. That is when he comes out of the cave. And that is when he takes sure steps with clarity, bold steps that are actionable. Okay, let's see what our oracle cards have to say for today. So it might be a harder day in some ways, absolutely. But I think we can come out of it so much stronger. So don't look away from this kind of energy, please, okay? Be brave. Be courageous. This energy is supporting you, actually, in doing exactly what you don't want to do. But if you flow with it, if you go with it, you'll be amazed by, sometimes it's just the relief. You ever had to do something and you put it off and you put it off, you procrastinated, you found anything else to do other than that? I mean, it got to the point where you were ready to do your taxes 6 months early just so you wouldn't have to do that kind of thing. And then you finally do it. It just happens. You're putting that, this is what this energy will do. It'll just put you in front of that person where you got to have the conversation. You got to say what needs to be said 6 months ago. And when you do, it's like this lightness comes over you. This burden just falls away. You can breathe again. You didn't even realize that you've been holding your breath for 6 months. Most times it's because, we don't feel the attachment to a person that we're dating or we have partnered with. And so you try all kinds of things to make it work, even though it's not working. And it's finally saying this isn't working. And you find it's not working for them either. And they didn't know how to broach the subject with you. And you're on the same page and you remained like semi-friends after that. Because you really had a beautiful conversation about the whys. Contemplation 29, which is an 11 energy. So the master numerology is really coming out here. Between the 11, the 22, and the 33, we have been surrounded over the last several days with that master energy. So know that this energy is very great, that things can change on a dime, that the energy is very quick to reward, but it's also very quick to kind of teach us the lesson that we need. It won't let us skip over the lesson in order for us to have the success. We need to go through the lesson. We need to understand what is being taught to us and how to apply that in all aspects of our life going forward. That gives us the true strength. So 29 is contemplation. Okay, once again, this artist puts pictures within pictures within pictures. So maybe something calls out to you. That is a personal message just for you. Enjoy your own company. This is a wonderful time for you to reorganize and consider the things you enjoy most in your life. Make a point of spending a little time allowing your mind to wander away from the everyday concerns that occupy your time. Give yourself an opportunity to be inspired. Ruminate on your inner voice and listen to your own counsel. So, ruminate on your own voice. Listen to your own counsel. Trust your sage wisdom. You have it. You have it already. People are like, how can I become more psychic? You are more psychic. You just have to believe that you're more psychic. It all comes with belief. So long as there's that doubt, it can't be as strong as you want it to be. So believe. We're all very powerful. We just don't know it because we were taught from birth that we weren't powerful. We were anything but powerful. We were just another person and they, another number. I remember years ago, everybody, I'm not going to be a number. Well, you were. You got a payroll number, a government number, a social insurance, or security number. Your credit card's a number. Your bank account's a number. And so we're taught that we're just another number. Probably just another statistic if you look at things, rather than being admired for the person we are. And really, that's all that matters, is the person you are. And once you start celebrating it, everybody else has to with you. Okay, our animal today is, oh, look at this. The crab is back again. And crab has been very popular since I have broke this deck back out. So for you who are new, my kids gave me this many, many years ago for a Mother's Day present. And I looked at it and I thought, well, I like animals, so I'm okay with using the animals. But I really, a crab, I would have to do some research to really talk to you about what the crab is like. So I said, hey, they only give me this one word. The deck looks really cool. I love it, but I don't know it. So I'm going to have to refer and to read it all through. And I want to use it right away. So, because I was all excited because it was a present. So I held up the card and I read the book, and then I fell in love with the author as much as the artist here. So we've just stuck with it ever since. Mystery, darkness, jealousy, anger, emotion, and regeneration. Everyone is a moon and has a dark side, which he never shows to anyone. And that's part of what this energy is. We'll be looking at our shadow selves today. The message is that you have been overcome with anger, emotion, or jealousy. Those are all things that could happen under this energy, absolutely. It's now time for you to look at all the issues and release the negative emotions that you're hanging on to and release them. Crabs are very versatile. They can move in the water or on land. And if you chose crab, you are being reminded that you've been uptight and not going with the flow. Crab tells you that this is a time of regeneration and transformation, but it can only occur if you set down the negativity and allow yourself to turn away from your dark side and embrace the light that shines on within your spirit. If you can't see it, the reminder is that the moon remains strong to help guide and transform you. Release all that is troubling you. Use the moon cycles to assist you in your journey. Many people get moody during a full moon, while others feel sadness at a new moon. So pay attention to your moods during the moon cycles and see what patterns arise. So this energy is about releasing some of the toxic energy that we hold within us that we don't even realize we do. The extra stress is just walking down a city street throughout the day. You pick up other people's tensions. You don't even realize that you do this. And when you start to just taking a moment or two, do 5 or 6 slow, deep breaths and just follow the breath. That's all you have to do. It relaxes you. Okay? When you relax, your body starts to relax, and all of a sudden you feel this lightness come over you. Where you're holding your shoulders tense, or your arms tense, or your forehead was furrowed the whole time. You start to release, and you realize where all that tension, around your eyes is just an amazing place to find out how much tension you're holding. And just allow yourself to relax with some deep breaths. Okay? Whatever comes your way today, it's only being given to you because you can handle it at this point in time. So know that you've got this. Know that you will survive it. And know that the outcome is that you become much stronger and courageous in your path going forward, because you have reclaimed your power. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.